This program is brought to you in part by SalCal Real Estate Connections.
Yes, welcome back to Racing with Ray as we are at race day today, and as you can see, they're already working on the car, refueling it, and boy, let me tell you, you're in for a treat today, as Ray is going to see just what this number 4 Corvette is all about. But boy, I'll tell you, yesterday in practice he was just unbelievable. This car is going to really do something today, I assure you.
Okay, here we are at Lime Rock again, and it's Memorial Day, so it's race day. On Saturday, we went through our practice and qualifying. Did a real good job qualifying. I'm on the pole. That's for groups 8, 12A, and 12B. So I start from the front today in at least the first race. If I finish well in the second race, we'll start out front in the second race. This is my son, Zach. He's 12 years old. He's been a big fan of me racing. He comes up, he helps me. Actually helps me prep the car sometimes too. Will help me with the brakes, moving tires around, working in the garage, doing whatever he can do, and he loves coming out to watch me race. It's the very first time he's ever seen me really race at the track. So since it's a local track to us, he was able to come out here and spend some time with me. He's having a blast. So we'll get a few words from him and see what he says.
All right. So I love racing all in all. It's one of my most favorite things that I think, one of my hobbies, my most favorite hobby. I go to on-track karting in Wallingford and I race there. And my father teaches me a lot of things, generally about the racing line and about how to race and how to pass people. Just talking to him teaches you a lot about cars and having racing as a hobby.
He's a good student, I'll tell you. He's fast. He came in second last year overall, the kids' karts, and he's moved them up to the adult karts. He's fast. He's going to be in this race car probably in a few years. Going to love that.
Yeah, I just love racing in general, and being in this race car is one of my favorite ones I've ever seen, and knowing the history behind it is amazing too, and how my father races teaches me a lot.
So that's going to be the future, hopefully. Thanks, guys. Oh, the Corvette Center. Yeah, well, the Corvette Center is what I own. Had it for 41 years. This, of course, is the next generation. He definitely wants to get in there and take it over, right?
Yeah, of course, of course. I love the Corvette Center, A lot of good business and it's doing stuff I like to do,
Yeah. So that's the Corvette Center over on Day Street in Newington. Been around a long time, been well established. We love it there. Huh?
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Well, of course, it came time for race number 1, and as you can see, Ray is on the pole, and we have a little recon lap, and there's Joe Riolio in that Datsun Z in the same race. This is going to get interesting. They are very good friends, and I'm going to tell you, he's with some real great company in this race. And yes, the green fell, and I'll tell you, it didn't take way long to jump on the gas. And you can see these cars are in hot pursuit. Let me tell you, the action now is going to get fast and furious. And yeah, you can just about anything you want to see in these races. They're full of all different types of cars. And let me tell you though, Ray's car is really running good today. He is on rails today. As you can see, that number 4 Corvette is going to be a force to reckon with today. And yes, those Datsun Z's are going to be in his hair all day long, I assure you. Well, it appears to be a little mishap. I see a car down in the corner, and they're on caution. Here's Ray under caution, and the pace car is getting out in front. Gonna kind of slow them down for a while till we get this thing fixed. I think there's 2 cars involved in the accident, and it shouldn't take them long to get this thing going. Yet, tow truck's on its way, so let's see what happens here. And yes, the tow truck has got one of them hooked up now, and as the field is going to be kind of in yellow mode for a while till we get clear. Looks like there's a white car involved, a white Porsche 911 or so. Beautiful car too, inside. Very rare that vintage cars wreck. You don't see that often. It's a very rare case. And it did take the Lime Rock crew long to get this thing moving. Yes, now we see the second car involved. Looks like a Datsun Z, and unfortunately there's been a little mishap here, and there again the Lime Rock crew, boy, it just didn't take them long to get going here to get this track clear. Unfortunately there's a little damage on the Z, but I'm sure he'll be back again another day. And yet here comes the pace car, and we got Ray in tow, and we're gonna should get the green flag now next time around. And yeah, that number 4 Corvette is really running, let me tell you. That thing is on the rails today. Yes, the green fell, and as you could see, the number 4 Corvette was right in the thick of things. We got a couple of Z's following in a BMW. The car, actually blue car there, with Joe Riolio, a very good friend of mine. I'll tell you right now, that thing runs too. He'll be a factor in today before the day is out. I guarantee. Ooh, there he goes in the dirt. Number 93, Joe Riolio. Boy, those two Datsuns are in hot pursuit of Ray. You can see that. Boy, I'll tell you, Ray is really on the gas, and those cars are in hot pursuit. And yeah, there's number 93, Joe Riolio, and then Datsun Z. Boy, they are starting to pick up a little steam here. Hopefully, Ray could finish this race in the front. And boy, let me tell you, he is really going for it. That number 4 Corvette is on rails today. Yeah, I believe this is the last lap. I think he's going to be taking the checker flag here very shortly. As you can see, the number 4 Corvette in race 1 was just a force to reckon with, without a doubt.
Okay, here we are after our first race of the day. We have 2 races today, and this morning's race was the first one. Luckily, because of our good qualifying the other day, we started on the pole, which is the very front row, on the inside, which is the optimum place to start a race. So we took off from there. I had a few cars right on my butt there for a while. I had a Datsun 240Z, a couple of those on me. There was a BMW that was with me for a while too. Once I got to the straightaways, I was able to kind of pull away from them. Got a good lead built up, maybe a second or so, which is quite a bit in this track. And then the yellow came out. 2 cars tangled up down in turn 1, a Porsche and a Datsun. Pretty heavy contact. So that stopped us for probably 3 or 4 laps. Maybe it was 4 laps, yeah, I couldn't tell, but it was a while. So we ran under yellow, and then we started single file after that. And again, I had a Datsun up my butt for a while. he was on me, and then again, as I got through the straightaways, I was able to pull away. once I got enough of a lead, I kind of backed off a little bit and cruised and got to the finish line first place again. So it's our first win today. Hopefully we'll have another one this afternoon. Thank you.
Yes, I'll tell you, race one was exciting. And the guy who made this really exciting was Joe Riolo.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Lime Rock Park. I'm Joe Riolo on behalf of Racing Action Today. Happy Memorial Day, and thank you to all of our veterans. We had a great weekend so far. We started out with brought our 72 Datsun 240Z, which my kids affectionately named Brucey. He's been a great car for us. He was 9 for 9 before this race we just ran, and we finished second. So we're 10 for 10 for top 2 finishes. We ran our enduro race on Saturday afternoon. We started on the pole for our group when we won our group overall. The exciting part was we beat an Aston Martin, which was quite a feat for a little Datsun, and a bunch of different Porsches. So we've been having a great weekend. The weather's been great. And today was our sprint races, and we started on the pole for our group, for our race group. 3rd overall, and we finished 2nd to Joe Viola in another Datsun 240Z with a beautifully prepared car. So it's been a great weekend for us. We have a 1st and a 2nd with one more race to go. Hope you guys can make it out here next year if you're not here just today already. And thank you. Appreciate the time and the opportunity. We've been running this car for 18 years now. It's been a great car. I can't thank Family Electric and Art Regan and Scott Cole and Derek Van Lent and all the guys at the shop who've always helped me put it together. It's been a very, very well-prepared car. And, of course, most of all, my wife Brenda and my kids, Jonah, David, and Raquel. Raquel's here at the track with me. She's my track buddy. She's always here. So, yeah, again, we're so excited to be here. We're glad to be here. Hope to see you at the track sometime. It's a beautiful day. You're really missing out if you don't come to Memorial Day. You can see the Pro Trans Am cars as well as the vintage cars. So you're getting the best of both worlds. So thank you very much. I appreciate you coming out. And, again, Joe Riolo for Racing Action Today.
One of the races today would be a vintage Trans Am race with all the old Trans Am cars. And as you can see, this 1970s Mustang, it was unfortunately had a little problem and it needed a little lift to get out of the pit area. But I'll tell you, overall, watching those Trans Am cars from the day is always special, and we always look forward to coming to Lime Rock to see those cars because of the special meaning they are to us. You know, when we were growing up, sitting on that hill, watching those Camaros and Mustangs and Challengers and Barracudas, they're really special. And believe me, when they restore one of these cars, there's no cost. It doesn't even enter their fray. Whatever they got to do, they do, and boy, they are beautiful. Believe me. They towed the car off. We're getting ready to show you some footage from the vintage Trans Am race, and boy, let me tell you, even now, to this day, these cars still bring a real happy smile to my face. They are just gorgeous. And yes, the vintage cars got the green, and boy, there we go, off and running. There's a newer Trans Am car kind of leading them around, but look at there's a 65 Mustang, another Mustang. This race looks like it's all Mustangs. But let me tell you, they are absolutely gorgeous. These original Trans Am cars are really special, and I love to come up to watch them at Lime Rock. Yes, this 70 Mustang really looks tough going around the corner sideways. And yeah, that's a pretty car too. You got that right. These Trans Am cars are really special. Everybody should try to get up to Lime Rock Park to see them run when they come up here. Here's a couple more Mustangs. Looks like an older one in the back, 66 or 65. But boy, let me tell you, they could still get around this Lime Rock track, as you can see. Just beautiful. Well, here comes a black coupe, I believe. Looks like about 65 or 6. Yeah, number 15. Leading the way with the other two in tow. Just a beautiful sight to see these cars still racing up here at Lime Rock. Yes, this yellow and black number 317 looks like a 67 or 8, showing everybody how it could get around this track. What a pretty sight it is to see these cars, let me tell you. Yeah, look at the battle, man. I'm gonna tell you, they're going at it pretty good, and that car is really running great. These Mustangs really, I guess, made a lot of ground with the Trans Am series in the day, and it continues today. To give you an idea of what the new Trans Am cars look like, and believe me, they are special, as you will see. The cars running in today's Trans Am events are really nice, and I can't get over it. I mean, the Mustangs and Corvettes and Camaros, and I mean, just look at them. They look like going for a Sunday ride here. Look at this Mustang, beautiful car. And we got a Chevrolet Camaro behind it, and there's another Mustang, and that's another Camaro, I guess. And you know, now we're gonna give us some race footage. Yes, the pace car brought him around, and let me tell you, talk about a mean machine. I can't wait to see what's going to happen when these cars get going. should be getting the green next time around. And boy, let me tell you, hang on tight, as you will see, these cars really get around this place. And yes, the action is getting fast and furious. Boy, oh boy, these cars can't get over. These new Trans Am racers are really special. Wow, look at that car, just gorgeous. And boy, let me tell you, they handle too. All gold and a lot of show, and yes, they go too. Yeah, look at the wrap job or paint job of some of these cars. Let me tell you, just special. Look at that. Red, white, and blue, and stars and stripes. Give you a little shot here, coming down the front straight. Wow, do they move. Look at these cars go. We got another shot here of them coming into the pit area. As you can see, there's a lot of room. Some of them are going off to the side getting checked for different things, and some of them are heading back to the garage area. But boy, let me tell you, these Trans Am cars would be a loader for bear for today's race. We want to thank Ray Zisa and Joe Riolio for spending some time with us today here up at Lime Rock Park. It has been very special, and I can't get over, Ray, how good this Corvette goes, this number 4. And I hope to do more things with you in the future with this car. Not to say that Datsun Z or Joe's isn't in the game, because it certainly is. Please tune in again next week to Racing Action Today.
This program is brought to you in part by SalCal Real Estate Connections.